I just wanna hear you say I like you.
Hello y'all, and welcome back to another video, and today I'll be talking about women who have done me wrong part 1. Now this will be a 3-part series, so stay tuned for that. But today I'll be talking about a girl named Janaya. Like I said, I will not be using the real names of the girls for these stories because A, they don't deserve the attention, and B, they don't deserve the attention. So this story all starts off I think my junior year of high school. Around my junior year of high school, I'm around like 16 or 17 years old, right? Around this time, it's basically our last days as juniors, right? We had this one 8th period class that we were all chill. It was like a math class. We were all chill in 8th period class in high school, and we all decided that, you know, since we were all cool, we decided to basically celebrate the year of basically like, you know, becoming like, you know, graduating out of junior year and becoming seniors. So Amber, one of my homegirls, decided that she wanted to throw like a little party, a little get together with 8th period class, and I was like, word, that's actually kind of fire. I agree with the idea. Shit, let's do it. I'm all in, right? So Amber, my boy Jason, Isaiah, a couple other people, we all were preparing to get ready for the day, or getting prepared and ready for that weekend in order to, like, you know, go to her crib, chill and all that, celebrate the year of becoming seniors. At this time, I was talking to a girl named Janaya, right? Janaya and I were talking for probably like, I don't know, a couple of days to like a week, right? So we were talking and stuff like that, and I said, well, my friend is gonna throw a little get together, a little party. I said, do you want to slide? She was like, yeah, I'll slide. It is what it is. And I was like, all right, word. I'll ask her, let's see what she says. And I already knew Amber was gonna say yes, because, like, first off, it's me and I'm her friend, so I already knew she was gonna most likely say yes. But just in case, of course, always ask, right? So I asked her, I said, can Janaya come? She said, of course she can come, blah, 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 right? Paying over a week later, we're all getting ready to go up to Amber's house, right? That week later. So while we're already getting ready to get, you know, preparing, you know, all that stuff, we're picking up people. I catch a ride with my boy Isaiah because I had my car, but I didn't want to drive all the way up there. So I catch a ride with my boy Isaiah, and Isaiah had to pick up a couple other people too. So he ended up picking up Janaya for me. So we ended up all going up to Amber's, right? And while we're all going to Amber's, me and Janaya, I'm not gonna lie, we're in the back. It's a little car ride. We're chilling. We're low-key flirting a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, in the back seat, talking and shit like that. Mind you, we were all chilling in the car. It was like a fun ride up there, right? By the time we get up there, Amber had like all this food, all this stuff already ready, cookout, stuff like that, and we were like one of the first to arrive. So we're just sitting and chilling, and we're talking about our junior year and how fun it was and stuff like that. I'm introducing Janaya to everyone and be like, yo, this is Janaya. And they're all saying, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, girls are being girls, and they're talking and they're having the little conversations, and I'm over there talking with the boys, and we all chilling, right? Mind you, the night was great, bro. We had a pretty fun time. Like, we did a whole bunch of shit. Like, we were sitting around the campfire, telling campfire stories, just talking about stuff like junior year, how our teacher used to make fun of us and just say shit and stuff like that. Like, he would make fun of us and make fun of our whole class, talking about y'all stupid, y'all this and that. But it was a fun 8th period class, so I actually don't even know if he really hooked us in the end, because just some other stuff, but it's just fucking hilarious. But that's deviating from the story, right? So, right at the end of the night, Amber had put up a movie. She had like a projector and a whole like big ass screen, right? And we were Michael Myers or Halloween, right? So while everyone's sitting in the grass with blankets and stuff like that, watching the fucking movie, I'm sitting with Janaya, and we're watching the movie, but we're also talking about like things we look for in relationships. Technically, in a way, trying to make it official. So we're talking about basically like what we look for in a relationship. I said I look for loyalty, and you have personality, and you have something going on for yourself. Like, there's something that you want to do, right? And she said, yeah, I agree, and stuff like that. Mind you, I knew that she had a boyfriend before, but by this time she said she had broken up with her boyfriend. So I had so by this time I'm thinking they're broken up. Like, so she's free game to talk to, right? So, right, she also says that she looks for in a relationship is loyalty, amongst other things. And I said, okay, fair, cool, like that. I agreed, right? So we both agreed. So we just continued watching the movie, right? Amber wanted to go on a walk, to basically walk to like just go walk around our neighborhood, right? And they were gonna smoke some bud. I don't smoke weed, so I ain't smoking nothing, but like they wanted to go for a walk. So we all walked, and we were walking, we were chilling, and I was holding hands with Janai, and we were still talking about like, you know, stuff like that and stuff we would like to do in a relationship. And after the walk, we all came back, we chilled, and we all talked some more, and then, you know, everybody went home. We all went our separate ways. Everybody left. I went home. I had to take Janai, my boy Isaiah had to take someone else, so my mom came and picked me up, and I had took Janai with me to, you know, take her home as well, right? Mind you, paying over to the next morning, to the next day, my boy had called me or texted me. He said, do you want to practice? Like, let's get some extra practice. At this time I was playing football, so I was like, yeah, I'm so down to get some extra practice. Let's get some extra practice, right? So on my way to the field, I'm driving to the field, and Amber had called my phone. It rings like 3 or 4 times. She had called my phone, and she's like, yo, last night was dope. It was really fun. And I agreed. I was like, it really was fun last night. I had a beautiful time. It was great. I was like, thank you for inviting Janaya. I know it was last minute. She was like, of course, you don't even have to ask me. And I was like, I really do appreciate you. And we're just talking about the whole night and how everyone had fun, all the games we played, the things we talked about. It was amazing, right? So she had hung up the phone, and I'm sitting there, and I'm still driving. I'm on my way. She calls my phone again. I'm like, okay, this is a little weird. I thought she just forgot to tell me something, but you know, you could have just texted if you forgot. So she called my phone again, and I say hello. She's like, did you see what Janaya posted on her story on Instagram? I'm like, no, I don't know. So let me go check. Let me go see, right? I'm driving. I'm on my phone. I look on Instagram. I try to see what she said or what she posted, and I was like, I don't see a thing. And she was like, are you sure you don't see anything? And I'm like, bruh, yes, I am positively sure I don't see anything on this phone or on this story. And she was like, you know what? I'm gonna just send you a picture, right? So I'm driving, I'm at a red light. She sends me the picture. I look at the picture, and it says, I'm so thankful, I'm so grateful for my man. Mind you, she had blocked me so I couldn't see, or something on Instagram to where I can't see the story personally, but she didn't know if Amber was gonna see it, so Amber saw the story, and she had sent it to me. So I couldn't see nothing, but Amber could. And I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. So the dude you said you were broken up with, you are still with. So you lied to me, right? Saying that you like cared about loyalty and shit like that. Mind you, I'm pissed as hell at this red light, because I was like, this girl, we just had this whole conversation at the party as well, and now you're basically lying to me about the whole, like you were just lying the whole time, right? So paying over, I go to practice, right? Me and my boy are practicing. He could tell I'm a little ticked off. I tell him the whole situation about how the girl's a hoe and she's starting and shit like that. He was like, damn, bro, that's tough. He was like, I wish you luck with that, right? Mind you, so we practiced for like about an hour. I'm chilling. Oh, I'm not chilling. I'm actually angry as fuck. And then I go to my boy's house, E. I tell him the whole situation. He was like, yeah, nah, we're gonna have to definitely slide on her. Cause I was mad as fuck. Like, I said, I'm gonna slide on this stupid ass bitch. Like, she's lying. She's a lying piece of shit. Mind you, it was 16, 17. I was younger, and I was more just impulsive. I'm 21 now. I was more like annoyed about shit. And just like, right. So his sister came by, and she was like, being like kind of nosy about the situation. It was like, she said, I'll drive y'all there right now if y'all want. I was like, word. Me just speaking on English, I said, Brett, let's go right fucking now, right? So we go, I confront her, or I text her, right? We're driving, we're on our way there, we're driving. It's like about a 5-minute, no, it's like about like a 10-minute ride, right? I text her, I'm like, yo, we're going to have to talk. You have to get out your house right now, right? So I pull up to her crib, she gets out, and she's like, what do you have to talk to me about? I said, so you want to explain to me why you're lying, saying that you don't have a boyfriend when you do have a boyfriend, right? She said, I ain't fucking lying about not having a boyfriend. So I literally pull up the message of what Amber showed me of you know, her saying, my man, I'm grateful for my man, and I show it to her. I was like, so Amber found this on your story that you blocked me from seeing, by the way, and now you're saying you don't have a man. And she was like, so what now? So you're fucking spying on me now? I said, bitch, pussy, I ain't fucking spying on you. I said, Amber found out that you was fucking lying. not me. I was like, I wasn't even on your fucking story because I trusted you, right? Thankfully, I had a good friend that didn't trust you as much, and she exposed your little bitch ass, right? And then she stood on what she said, saying that she didn't fucking lie about not having a boyfriend, saying that we really were done. I was like, if you were done, you would have never posted that shit. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. This argument is not going fucking nowhere. So I said, if I call dude up right fucking now, he's gonna tell me that y'all are not together. She was like, you can call that nigga up right fucking now. So I don't know if she thought I was a bitch or I was a pussy or both. I don't know if she thought I wasn't gonna call this nigga or let this nigga know. So the first thing I fucking did, right, is when I left, I found out who the nigga was. I looked, saw that he was still attached. I pressed on his Instagram. I sent him the message of his girl, and I called him actually, and then I sent him the message of the girl. Then I waited. I was on the game with my boy. We were in this garage. The dude had called me back. So I called him. I said, yo, bro. I said, my nigga. I was like, is this your girl? He said, yes, this is my girl. I was like, well, I said, are y'all still together? He said, yeah, we are still together. So I said, your girl is a lying bitch, bro. She is cheating on you. She's a lying bitch. And she's dragging your name through the dirt. Because she said how y'all broken up, how you wasn't shit, how you was a lying, cheating ass nigga, all this other extra shit. Yet she posted you on her story, so I knew y'all had to be together, because why would she post that? And now you're telling me that y'all together, right? Mind you, this dude is like upset because his girl just got it, like, you know, his girl got him in shambles because he just found out that she's cheating and all this other stuff. So I told him, like, everything, and he asked me, he's like, did y'all do anything? I said, I ain't do nothing with this girl. I said, the most we did was kiss. I said, I ain't do nothing with her, right? That dirty bitch, right? So we're talking and chopping it up, and I told him, I was like, how long have y'all been together? He said, we've been together for about 3 years. I was like, damn, this girl's not shit, y'all. For 3 years, y'all were together, and she basically just threw away a 3-year relationship like it was nothing, just by lying, right? So I told him, I was like, bro, yeah, you might as well leave that girl, or you know what, you do what you want. I just came to tell you. He was like, where the niggas didn't tell me I was gonna come down there. And at first I was gonna like disrespect this dude after he said that, right? But I was like, you know what, you're upset, it was a 3-year relationship, I'm gonna let you make it. Because right after, anyway, he said, thank you, I appreciate you for telling me. I'll handle the matter on my own now, right? So I go on things after. I don't talk to this girl. I basically block her. I don't talk to her. She was looking for me in school. I didn't talk to her, right? And there's one day she just confronted me, and she wanted to talk. So I was like, fuck it, because she's never gonna really stop, because she was just going, like, she really just wanted to keep trying to talk to me. I didn't want to talk to her, so she confronted me. So I talked to her for a little, and I was like, yo, look, I'm not gonna lie. She tells me that she said I stand on that I never lied. I was like, great, good for you. And I was like, maybe I could have handled the situation a little bit better, but I think it's better off, like, basically if we don't really talk, like, you know what I'm saying, you go about your thing, I do about my thing, because this here is done. Like, I'm not rocking with you no more. You feel me? Like, that shit was dead. Like, you definitely did lie, you got caught up in the lie, and you're trying to stand on that you didn't lie, right? So moral of the story, bro, is don't trust these hoes. Nah, I'm joking. Just do your research into women a lot more before you just go on and throw your trust into them. Because, like, I trusted that girl, and that girl at the end of the day, she basically backstabbed me. Like, not backstab, but she lied. Because she didn't really hurt me. She backstabbed her nigga, right? And now that nigga had to, like, suffer the consequences of falling out of a 3-year relationship, or I don't know what he did after, but like, it's just research the person that you're with before, if anything. So yeah, I love y'all. Take care, be safe, and have a great day.